Towards sparkling, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect. All right, good. It doesn't count as a second question. All right, media, it's fine.
You have time for one more question.
You're good. You're good. Yeah. What's your favorite color? No. All right. Speaking about power and the way you use it, you started the foundation not on our watch, and you were engaged in Darfur in the war in Sudan. Why did you engage in this? It wasn't like a fashionable thing to do at the time, and you were the one who actually drew attention to the conflict in Sudan.
Well, that was the reason. I was reading articles in the New York Times about Darfur in particular, because there was about 300,000 people who'd been murdered in that area, and no one could get cameras in. There was no reporting except for some newspapers, and I thought, well, I'm in a position where there's too much attention on me for what I do for a living, and there's a couple million people here who can't get any attention at all, and I thought it's a good use of celebrity to try to bring that attention to the people who needed it. We were somewhat successful. I have to say, in general, human rights work, and there are a lot of you here who work in human rights, in general, you fail, right? Most of the time. You're pushing a rock up a hill, and there's an awful lot of period of time that if you look at the average time a refugee stays away from their home, it's 17 years. So in general, it's an unending battle. And every once in a while, very seldom do you actually get a real proper victory. After 20 years of traveling to and fighting for and working at and testifying in front of Congress and meeting with presidents of countries all over the world, after 20 years of doing that, my wife, of all people, as a lawyer, got to put some of the Janjaweed militia on trial in The Hague and got to find them guilty, and that's a victory, and I get to share in that. Just not that it had anything to do with me, but how nice it is to have, even after 20 years, an outcome. Because it's not often you get that.
We'll get to your wife, but before I would like to ask you. Yeah, I promise.